Hello, good people of the world, Canada, Dominion of Canada. Today, I am just going to give you an update on the leader of the Canadian Nationalist Party, Travis Patron. He just had a hearing today over charges of mischief and breaking court orders by lawfully seizing the Ministry of National Faithism. Maybe some of you might recognize one of the videos I did. I did a video there testifying before Jehovah. So, just going to screen share here. Alrighty. So this is the this is the story here today. I don't know if the video, usually the video is something irrelevant. So of course they say far right political leader Travis Patron undergoing psychiatric examination. So this doesn't imply any guilt whatsoever. Any judge, if they feel that somebody might be a danger to the public, they won't charge them with anything. They'll send them to psychiatric evaluation. As part of their legal process. So this doesn't imply any guilt, and also this doesn't mean that he's unable to defend himself. This is just part of the Canadian constitutional law, court rules. So he was detained early April. He had a hearing in Estevan. The Redverse-based leader of the I'm not going to say that. Canadian Nationalist Party is undergoing a psychiatric examination. Meanwhile, 30-year-old Travis Patron briefly argued before Regina judge he was being arbitrarily detained by the Crown. So he appeared remotely at Regina Provincial Court Friday afternoon. So he's facing a range of charges. And then also is just the mental health report here. Again, that doesn't imply any guilt or unfit to be a self, to represent oneself. This is just a court procedure. I think it's very important to mention that, because we'll look at that and they'll assume guilt. That's not how our justice system works. So the matter was set. So this is his next court date, May 14th. This is to allow the report to be submitted. And then there's some interesting things here. So Uyghurs, I believe this is the psychiatrist, I believe. We are submitting a writ of habeas corpus to the courts in belief that the accused is being arbitrarily detained. Continuing refer to himself alternately in the plural and third person, Patron said their liberties are being violated by the Crown. And then it's challenging. So this is part of so basically, to submit a writ of habeas corpus, they're saying that you need to apply to a higher court. So the higher level court of Queen's Bench. And then and then stated here. So Travis Patron, said, "We have not committed a crime. No crime has been committed. They're acting within the lawful duty of the Magna Carta in accordance with Clause 61. It's important to always act within the law, and you always keep the peace. You don't want to misuse it or say that any of the courts are lack any credibility whatsoever. You still need to work through the court process, but what the Magna Carta is, it gives you another tool to use in the court of law. So this is why they are submitting it. So yeah, that's why they're saying it have to be the writ of habeas corpus would have to be filed at a higher level court. So that's the highest level court in Saskatchewan, Court of Queen's Bench. And then we also have the Supreme Court of Saskatchewan as well. That would be the highest court. That'd be like the Supreme Court of Justice in the United States. So yeah, that's just basically just a quick update on what's going on here. So again, this doesn't imply any guilt whatsoever. And it doesn't mean that you're unable to self-represent yourself in the court of law. And like I said, they said, your writ will have to be submitted to a higher level court. So yeah, so this is the practicing the Magna Carta in real life. Not a lot of people would do this because this is the consequence of following through. But when you know your rights and you know how to practice them and you have the courage to do it, this is how this is how the process goes. Now we'll have to take a case by case basis, but this is how you properly assert your rights. You've noticed I've seen other stories about people enacting this clause, trying to diminish the credibility of the judge, to make a claim on their daughter. That's a misuse of it. That's not the purpose of the Magna Carta. The Magna Carta is there as a redress when all avenues of justice have been exhausted. I just want to make that abundantly clear. But yeah, read over maybe I'll link in the below the 63 clauses of the Magna Carta. You can read through them. Mind you, it is in Latin, so it's translated from Latin to English, subject to modern interpretation, but they are binding upon the Crown, and they have influenced the justice system as we see here today. It, as you can see, it's right here. That's one of the. I'll go over with Mr. Pelu on Sunday, but as you can see right here, this is real life. Look, a writ of habeas corpus. So that's one of the rules when you're practicing lawful dissent, is that the Crown must submit a writ of habeas corpus. I mean, this applies to everybody, right? But especially when you invoke this successfully, if they fail to uphold this, submitting a writ, they could be held criminally liable for aiding and abetting a high treason, which is a very serious crime. Which maybe might invoke some French Revolution images of what they did to their politicians. But this is for a last resort, right? So All is well, my friends. This is what asserting our rights are, and I believe that through faith we will win, and keep practicing that, and keep reading, keep fasting, and alhamdulillah, God will deliver you to the promised land. So yeah, I just want to keep it short there. But all right, guys. Oh, I see Mr. Palu is on there. But yeah, Mr. Palu, I will talk to you on Sunday. I was just doing an update on our leader. He had a trial today. So I was just going over the how you apply it in real life. Most people they don't want to. I hear anyway in the community, the sovereign community, that most people don't want to apply this because they'll end up in jail. And sure enough, it happens. But I mean, at the same time, it's not like it's not binding, right? I think most people, when I ask them, they're like, "Is it binding?" I think they just don't want to deal with the consequences of following through with it. I don't think they actually believe it's not binding. I just think they don't actually want to deal with the consequences of it. But yeah, that's what it is. It's a struggle. So it's a struggle of principalities, not a struggle of flesh. So I will, yeah, Mister, yeah, I will go through this. I hope, yeah, this is just an update on Travis, but I'll see you all on Sundays, and we'll go over this in more depth, and we'll explain a little bit of reason why the Magna Carta was invoked. And this you don't have to be a member of the corporation, but anyway, maybe I'm just going into too much, but just give you a little taste of what's going to happen on Sunday. I just want to do a little update on Travis, and it just happens to tie into the Magna Carta. So, but anyway, I'll let you guys go, and you guys have a good rest of your night. Okay, I'll be up. Peace out.